Hey team, so in today's video I want to talk to you about guilt and the guilt that we often feel when it comes to the choices we make and the things that we do in life, sometimes even on a day-to-day basis. As women, we are often really empathetic and we feel a lot. And because we feel so much, quite often if we say something or do something, we immediately think will impact someone else or at times even impact ourselves, our own health, our own mindset. We immediately start to have this overwhelming guilt that pulls us in and attaches to us like a virus. And that guilt over time really does start to transform and allow us to fall into patterns and behaviors of negative self-belief and of negative self-love. And it's maybe something that you are not often very aware that you do. So when was the last time that you had a piece of cake and immediately felt guilty for having it? Or you said no to a friend because you didn't want to go on a night out, but then you felt guilty. Or you maybe said to your child you can't have something, and then again you had this overwhelming guilt. Whether it's in work when someone asks you to do something and you really don't want to, but you feel guilty if you don't. We have these situations in our life time and time again. And as women and men, we often just have this overwhelming guilt whenever we say no. And this saying no or this feeling like we've done something wrong, we actually create. Now, we should be able to take full control of the choices that we make, the actions that we do, and the words that we speak, and the thoughts that we have. And it's up to you, the thoughts, the words, the actions that you do. And you shouldn't have guilt over the things that you choose for you in your life. So I want this message today to be a permission slip to you to not feel guilty when you say no to someone, and to not feel guilty because you've made the decision to do something because it's going to positively impact you or give you a momentary relief or give you something within you that makes you feel good and makes you feel better. No one should ever be made to feel guilty because they made a decision that was going to positively impact them, whether in the short term or in the long term. You've got to get strict on the time, the effort, and the energy that you give out to the world, and the time, the effort, and the energy that you invest within yourself. If something doesn't satisfy you and something doesn't fulfill you, you should never feel guilty for saying no or for rejecting it. So I really want you to think the next time that you say no, or the next time that you feel pressured into doing something, or you feel guilty for doing something, I really want you to ask yourself, did you consciously make that decision? And at the time when you made that decision, was it the right decision for you? If it is the right decision for you in that moment, then never feel guilty over it. Guilt shouldn't exist. It should just be deleted from your mind and from your life. Guilt is something that holds you back and pulls you down, and there's no space for it in this positive vibe wagon. Have an incredible day, guys. And as always, if you do have any questions or you want to dive into this some more, I want you to head down to the bottom of the page and just book that strategy call with me. We can talk about your goals, your vision, your health, your happiness, and what you're trying to achieve in this crazy roller coaster we call life.